Good to see you.
Good seeing you, man. I'm ready. One of the things I miss is spending time with the media.
How's practices been going? We hear they're real intense, real long. You're getting the most out of the practices.
The guys have been good. Today will be practice number 6, so, temper our enthusiasm a little bit, but the guys have been great. Great work ethic, been playing extremely hard, picking up some stuff. Offensively, obviously, we got to keep working on execution, taking care of the ball. Really puts a tough position for the entire team, defensively in particular, if you don't take care of the ball. But a lot of those have been due to playing extremely hard and trying to maybe do a little too much, a little too fast, which is fine at this stage. You got to work on that stuff, though. But in terms of the chemistry and the work ethic and the intensity and the coachability, been very, very pleased through 5 practices.
Coach, the conference got a lot tougher with Wichita State joining. You've got 10 new players, but despite that, you kind of got an older team thanks to the grad transfers. So do you feel that gives you a little bit of an advantage?
Well, I'm not sure right now in any aspect the word advantage could be used. I think the one thing we wanted to do, our goal in the spring, was to kind of stabilize the program. You do that with older guys. But you also have to do that with some younger guys that are going to have to play significant minutes, learn on the way a little bit. But you can see, we're able to make some plays offensively and defensively that maybe haven't been gone over before or taught or whatever, just due to the experience factor out there. With 3 guys who have logged significant minutes in their career, with guys who are, maybe haven't played for a year and now are coming off a red shirt, different things like that. We do have, some game experience. We just don't have it together, and that's a key factor. With any successful team, is that connectiveness that guys not only play with, but share in terms of this is how we do it and this is what we need to get done, and we got each other's backs and different things like that, because our whole offense and defensive philosophies is based on 5 guys working as one, and that's always the biggest challenge when you put together a team like we've had to put together. But as I said before, I'm very pleased with where we're at after 5 days of practice, and we got a long, long way to go, and it's a little bit of a work in progress.
Coach, it's very early, but how are things looking in your backcourt, the competition there? Who's going to handle the ball for you?
Well, right now with Stephon Jiggets and David Collins playing a lot with the ball in their hand, but our offense allows our off guards, 2 guards, 3 men, our swing players to handle the ball as well. And so, as I said, taking care of the ball is very, very important for us offensively. At the same time, we want to play at a pace that's comfortable and in an attacking type mode. And due to number-wise, you got to be careful of how when you pick your spots. So the decision making from the perimeter is going to be very, very important. But again, you got in one spot you have a 5th-year senior in Jiggs, and in the other spot you have a freshman. And the upper class have done a really good job of taking the younger guys under their wing a little bit in terms of helping them out. It's new to the upper class as well, because everything's new. But just in terms of some experience and some being through college practices and so forth, especially those first 2 weeks, because you grind them up a little bit, the guys have handled that well.
Have you ever had to go through this type of, this many guys trying to gel together, mesh, and trying to do it pretty quickly too?
No, no, I'm not sure many people have. It's a challenge. There's no doubt about it. So I think the biggest key with that, you have to establish your culture every single day. Guys have to start buying into it. You can't necessarily hold them accountable to that because they haven't been taught it before. It's new to them. You have to teach them, and then you hold them accountable to those standards. And they're getting there. They are getting there. That mistakes are going to be made along the way. At the same time, with a bunch of new guys, there is an energy level that's fun to be around, because guys are excited about everything. It's new to them as well, and so you gotta use that to an advantage.
Speaking of energy, you seem to be pretty energetic out there yourself teaching the game.
Well, I mean, this is, how lucky am I? I always say at the game you start playing when you're 4 and 5 years old, you get to make a living off it. You can't lose sight of that. It's got to be fun. It's got to be fun for the guys. But fun is working hard. Fun is getting better. Fun is being successful on the court. Fun is seeing the fruits of your labor and laying the right seeds down and harvesting those, and then getting to the point where you're able to build a program and have it, be able to be sustained at a level that everybody's excited about. So that part is really fun. And we talk about our positive energy every single day. You control that, you really do. And we got to make sure that when guys walk through those doors, everybody is an energy maker, not an energy taker. And guys have, that's always a challenge. That is always a challenge. And when you do things like that, the game becomes easier. Practices are fun and competitive. And then you see guys develop, which is the most important thing that we continue to do, is just keep getting guys better.
Through the off-season workouts and now 5 practices, which freshmen are looking like they're going to be ready to contribute early?
Well, all 3. They're going to have to. They're going to have to. All 3, David, Justin, and Lex, are all going to have to contribute and all going to have to play at times not as freshmen. The biggest challenge with freshmen, there's 2 of them. The first one is defensively. Most times with freshmen, you have to have an all-points bulletin on campus to find someone they can guard. It's just the way it is. You can search for days and not find anybody. They are, because they've been well coached, more advanced defensively. Now, they're not at the college level yet, but they're going to get there. All 3 of them have a physicality with their play, which is an added advantage. The second challenge for freshmen is being able to sustain that type of effort day in and day out. Because in the past, they've been able to have an off day and still be the best player on the court. That's no longer the case. And they have to realize that, when they step on their court every practice, they have to be mentally ready to go. Their attitude has to be in the right frame, a positive attitude. They got to be coachable every day. And, the biggest thing is, to become a great player, you got to do things you don't like. That's just a fact. And that's always a challenge for young players.
What about Alexis? He joined the team late because he was playing with the French national team in July. Got to catch up fast.
Yeah, and that's always, I think one of the greatest rules that the NCAA has ever put in is the ability to bring the freshmen on campus on their scholarship, have them take 6 credit hours so they get accustomed to your academic situation with study hall and tutoring and classes, and how to work that in with the summer workouts. Now, we only get 2 hours with them, basketball wise, but it's amazing the transition, how much easier the fall semester is for freshmen because of that. Lex did not have that opportunity due to the fact that he was honored by making the under-20 team for the French national team, which is a tremendous, tremendous honor. I remember him calling me up, "Coach, can I do this?" I was like, "Have you lost your mind? Of course you're going to do this. And I'd love to have you here, but, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity." So he grew because of that experience, but it put him a little bit behind in terms of what we do here, in terms of strength conditioning, in terms of understanding terminology, what we're trying to get done. But he's a smart kid, very, very intelligent, very, very coachable. And so, he'll pick it up.
None of us have ever seen Malik Martin play in a game. What is he going to bring?
He's got great length, has a pretty good skill package. He's working on that on a daily basis. Very, very good offensive rebounder. We're asking him to do some things, being able to step out and make some shots and different things like that. The year, it's in particular the spring and summer, I think he's put on about 14 pounds. Oh, okay. So he's gained some weight, which was something he needed to do. He's still probably 15 pounds less than what he needs to. But, yeah, he's got to be a key contributor for us, you know, both offensively and defensively. Play multiple post positions, which is, you know, that versatility is something that he brings to the table. Runs the court extremely well, and that's, you know, guys that can run the court, guys that use their length and athletic ability and can rebound the ball. There's great opportunity for them to make an impact.
With all the new faces in this program, you do have some guys that returned from last year's team. How important have they been from a leadership standpoint?
Well, you know, obviously, you know, those guys have been great. You know, they all had good springs and summers. Obviously, it's still new to them as well. But I couldn't ask for anything more from those 4 guys. They've been very, very good. All of them did, you know, had their best summer academically, so they're buying into all that stuff as well. So I'm proud of those guys, and you know, this is new for them also, you know, and they're feeling their way a little bit, and you know, we need them to all have good years as well. All good?
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.